waiting to make sure that this actually shows up on YouTube. Sweet, we're here. Alright. I will get rid of the ASMR part because we are not ASMRing right now. I think it's this one. Yes. And then of course the cat steps on the keyboard. Excellent. Thank you, Flynn. Fluffy tail. Alright, so that should be done now. Sweet. Okay. I'll leave this out of studio mode and then just open up the chat. Alright. So the last little bit I've been doing ASMR videos in the afternoon because honestly I have so much work to do that I gotta just head down and do it. But I figured these streams in the evening will be a little bit chattier. Realistically, I won't be chatting a lot unless there's like questions and stuff in the thread. More than happy to answer any questions. Yeah, main thing is that we're prepping for Knit City Vancouver, which is September 22nd to 24th, with events like that whole weekend, and then the marketplace is September 23rd and 24th. Right now I am prepping large box bags. Earlier today I went through and I actually top stitched pretty much everything. I top stitched all the bags, top stitched the majority of the handles because my stream on Monday was an utter fail because of kiddos. And then yeah, so this afternoon was top stitching and then trimming these ribbon tabs down so that they can be sewn in so it's easier to open and close the large box bags. Basically what it does is it gives you a grip point so that you can open and close the zipper much easier. I don't know how many bags I have to go. It's a lot. The counts for the actual like ribbon were about 50 each. And I don't know how many I've done. Now I did actually top stitch this. I swear I saw the handle for this, but for the life of me I cannot find it right now, so I'm going to set it aside again, and it'll just go into the timeout pile until I can actually get it finished now again. It wasn't in timeout before, but now it is in timeout because I'm like, really? I saw your handle like last week. I swear I did. That's why I picked it out of the pile and was like, I'll finish that because it's a super cute bag. And then I like went through the box that I thought it was in and I could not for the life of me find it. It's probably buried in like a handful that I've like clenched up together and moved, especially in my pursuit of trying to actually find the handle. So basically what I gotta do is I gotta go back through the box again, identify what I really do want to make into box bags, and then identify what I want to make into kato bags, what does or does not have handles, because there's more fabric in there that could be made into a handle, but like that's not worth it if the handle's already made. Anyway, we're about, so where are we at right now? You gotta, all the, obviously, so these are all the large box bags. Part of these, about a third of them, I think, third to half of them, are gonna go to Paula of Baaad Anna's, and then 2/3 to half of them are gonna be with me at Knit City. So if you see a bag you like, let me know, and I can let you know if it'll be with me at Knit City or if it'll be with Paula. And then you can get, if it's going to Paula's stock, you can get in touch with her and be like, hey, Katie's sending you this. What do you, I want it. That's the easiest way. Paula ships. I'm pretty sure she ships internationally. I know she ships her across Canada for sure because I have bought yarn from her before. So this is one of those locations where the clips come in super handy. I used to make myself bleed on these bags so often it's not even funny. Yeah. And then for the rest of the week, I'm not 100% sure what my stream schedule is going to look like. Tomorrow we're going to go for a family bike ride because we got to take advantage of this last little bit of like the last hurrah of the really, really nice weather before winter. And then I have a physio appointment, so I'll be on tomorrow evening after dinner for sure. And then after that, I'm not 100% sure right now. Friday, I will be on after dinner for sure again, so it'll be a chattier stream. Gotta go get our eldest. I want to get them a back to school outfit because back to school is next week, and like they're not officially in school yet, but it doesn't matter. I saw some cute clothes and I want to get them anyway. And they've outgrown some stuff recently, so it's just kind of like, we'll just add a couple nice pieces into your, or stuff that you'll wear throughout the year, nice pieces into your wardrobe. That's fine. Most of both their clothes are hand-me-downs, so adding a few pieces in here and there is not the worst thing. And we've got like lots of hand-me-down winter gear this year, so I don't think we have to spend too much money on that. And last year we were lucky enough that their feet fit like 2 sizes up boots, which they're a little bit too, like, not insanely too large last year, a little bit too large, and so I think they should fit again this year. We'll have to try them on, because now they're both actually in that shoe size. I just had to go get my eldest some new indoor shoes for school. So, yeah, it's been something, that's for sure. I finished the Dreamer Trilogy by Maggie Stiefvater, and oh my goodness, that was such a good series. I'm really hoping, so this was kind of, it wasn't like a sequel, but it was like another series after the Raven Boy Quartet. Raven Boys, whatever it is, it's like the 4 books she wrote before this. Pretty sure it's the Raven Boys Quartet. And it was really good, but this I think was even better. Like, it gave me shivers. Good. Definitely the end of that second book gave me shivers, and then it was just like, it just did not stop being freaking amazing. So, highly recommend that. I'm really hoping that she brings out a like kind of sequel to the other 2 characters that were in the first Quartet as well, because at the end of the 3rd book there's a lot of hints that there might be some stuff going down with them too, so that would be really nice and really good. And then I didn't even think of this story, but I know it came out recently. It's, well, I think within the last year. It's the Tale of the Last Flower Bride. Let me see. The Last Tale of the Flower Bride. There we go. And that's by Roshani Chokshi. Let me make sure. It's right here. Yeah, Roshani Chokshi. She's written some books before that I've really enjoyed as well, mostly YA. This is not YA. This is definitely adult. Do not be fooled. And it is so good. Her language is always very well chosen. She did a couple like fairy tale rewrites, basically were the last ones that I read of hers that were YA. I must have read something from her recently, because I'm pretty sure she had other books come out as well. But her, it's so good. It's so good. Again, definitely adult, but I'm glad. I was just like scrolling through Scribed earlier today, because I'm like, well, I'm done Greywaren, now what do I listen to now? And I started one that was like a smut book, and I was like, I'm not feeling it. I'll finish reading it. I'm already like a third of the way through, so it's not like it's a long book. And it's something that I do want to listen to, I just, not today. And then I saw that they had Tale of the Last Flower Bride on here, on Scribd, and I'm just like, the Last Tale of the Flower Bride. Sorry, I'm gonna apparently keep messing that up. Anyway, it's just really good. So, Scribd is a subscription streaming service for audiobooks that I use a lot because I listen to so many audiobooks. If you're looking for different options, then Audible, Libro.fm is a really good option. When you can do like a credit system there, same as Audible. And when you purchase the credit, a certain portion goes to a local bookstore of your choice, which I think is really awesome. Unfortunately, I do listen to more than that in a month. And so typically I end up with a couple subscriptions. Scribd I pay for the full year, because it's just like, I listen to so much on it, it's not even funny. And then typically I try and find stuff off Libby first, because Libby is the local library stuff, and obviously I want to support our local libraries. And then I find stuff and then go to Scribd if I can't find it on my Libby, or it's like going to be like an 8-week wait and I know I can get it on Scribd. So today that was an exception. Usually I'm a little bit more diligent about checking both, but I was just looking for something to read while I was doing the last of the things. Like, I didn't get much done today, but no, I got all the top stitching done. I also got the grime guards and the Cape Cozy sewn, so that was good. All they need now is they need a trim down of like threads and elastics, and they'll be done. So that's a couple big things that we finished in the last couple weeks, because I'm counting the knot bags as finished, even though they need their threads cut down too. Basically what I'm doing at this point is I'm going to get everything right to turning, and then my friend is going to come out and help with turning all the birthing all the bags. And that means that when she's birthing bags, I'll trim down threads on stuff that I finished. I think that's what I'll do that day, along with helping birth bags, just so it gets cranked through a little bit faster. Now I did do my counts based on what bags were stitched with white top thread and which bags were stitched with dark top thread. But like not all of these are gonna basically. So that means I chose like the light one for this one. I think that actually looks okay, but in some cases the white top stitching doesn't necessarily mean white pull tab. Like the black in here is a little bit too stark of a contrast. One moment, I just gotta on my phone. I want to make sure that it's nothing important. Hello. Oh no, it's just a game notification. That's nothing important. Anyway, in this case, I think we will still go with the lighter ribbon. It's actually twill tape, but like some of them have definitely gotten this dark twill tape, just because it looks better. And realistically, when there's only two choices, it's a lot easier to manage. Alright, so these always get cut with pinking shears so that they don't unravel as easily. Obviously they will still fray, but they also get a quite generous seam allowance. So after we've trimmed all the ends, I used to trim the ends after I was all done on these as well, but I've started doing it as I'm doing this section, and it does seem to speed things up. I don't know why or how. Basically the same amount of time to have to trim it down, so I don't know. Again, I don't make the rules, I just break them. Sometimes I follow them. Got the windows open. It's been threatening to rain like all day. It kind of spat a little bit when I was upstairs having my run, or going for my run, but it's like just muggy. Anyway, yeah, so I'll be doing full day ASMR on Saturday, and then I'll figure out the rest of the week. Monday is my half marathon training run, so I will very likely not be on Monday. I'm just realizing I'm not going to end up working a lot of days this week. Curses. That's not good. Okay, I might have to figure some stuff out then. I did have stuff booked this weekend, but I think we might have to rain check those Knit City check those plans and just move them to another date. Because I need more time. Because I need to get through large box bags this week, and then I need to get Kato started. I should want to have Kato finished at this point, but that's not going to happen for sure. So we turn it. This is where that ironing crease comes in handy. I match that ironing crease up, or very close matching up to the zipper teeth, and then clip down the zipper, and I pin or clip the actual pull tab in here. Make sure it's as decently centered. That's better. Like that. And then I clip this back as well. Usually, again, this is something that I would have pinned in the past, but no more. That's what would stab me. It's not usually the stuff down here on the ribbon, it's the stuff up on the flip flaps here. Because, you know, pins are nasty sometimes. Alright, turn the zipper down, fold the edges in, and then clip. Turn this. What else is happening? Plotting out a super secret project right now, which we did just move the date back on, thank goodness. So that'll be good. And then, yeah, it's city prep all day, every day. And then I'm not even gonna count the bags because honestly, that will just take too much time in here. It's just there's so many bags and so little time. And then the one penguin bag for Paula hasn't turned out very good yet, so I gotta figure out what I'm doing there. I think I have one in stock at Market Mall, and so if it's still there, then I'm going to just pull that stock. Alright, I just also remembered that I actually need to pack orders. So Dallas is doing bedtime with the kiddos. That'll be good for all three of them. Some of these do have to have their zipper pulls put on, so I've set those aside for now. As I encounter them, I'm just going to set them aside, and then I will grab their zipper pulls, and we'll do all the zipper pulls at once, just so I don't have to be getting up and down and up and down and up and down and up and down, or like take up the space on the desk with the zipper pulls. Just breaks up the flow too much. I'll count them up, and we'll just grab them afterwards. Zip both ends, and then I've got my handy thread catcher right here. That's what this black thing is, so that I can throw thread ends out, so just on the floor. 99% of them actually make it in when I aim for it, at least, so that's nice. Buzz buzz buzz. Text. Can't be anything too important. Alright. Temperature outside to have the window open though, which is good. Some fresh air. This new house of ours gets really stuffy for some reason. I'm not 100% sure why. We have the ventilation fan on our furnace usually 24/7, so like there's no reason for it to get so stuffy, but it does. Okay, now this is gonna drive me nuts. I need to actually do a count of the bags, so I'm gonna pop some earbuds in. If I see anyone come in, or if there's any chatting, go for it. I'm more than happy to tell stories or answer questions, but yeah, this is just one of those things where a story is going to help move things along. that's a stack of 10. Chatty. Just do an account because I was like, I need to do a count to have a general idea of what I'm getting myself into tonight. Have any questions, feel free to throw them in the chat. Just kind of working through the stocks also just help. Yeah, it just helps me. And then I'm going to actually grab the zipper pulls and we'll do zipper pulls before I continue with clipping. So now I've lost count. 3. Earlier today went through and top stitched everything, handles, bags, and also got grime guards and cake cozies done, except for the stuff that's in timeout, obviously, because it hasn't been finished yet. It'll probably remain in timeout till after Knit City at this point, because I was just chatting about the kind of insanity that is this week. So, but that's okay. This just means that there'll be more for the next stock update. Alright, so I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That needs a zip pull. That's 9. And 10. Okay, so actually I did get quite a few clipped already, because that's 50, and I'm pretty sure there's about 80 bags. So 1 and 2, and then there's all the bags that need to have the. Okay, so that's 52 without the bags that need their actual zip pulls put on. So at this point what we'll do is we'll go through and clip all of these. I'll grab their zip pulls, we'll install the zip pulls, and then we'll clip these ones tonight. My stream tonight is more or less based on whenever the kids end up actually going to bed, so I can hang out with Dallas for a little bit, and then I'll see what my energy levels are after that, if I come back or not. If you're curious when I will be live streaming, I post it on Instagram. That's actually the easiest way to find it. Or you can hit the bell icon for myself on Knit City on YouTube, and that will give you the updates as soon as I go live on YouTube. So definitely hit that subscription button, and then yeah, the bell button will tell you when I come on live. So what I'm doing right now is I'm going through and I'm clipping all of the extra top stitch thread from earlier today. And just getting the bags cleaned up. I used to do this as a last step, same as what I'm doing on the knot bags, but not this time. I found that it was actually faster for me to do it now than later. I don't know why, but that's what it felt like last year at least. So that's what we're going to do again this year. I think mostly because they're all very free and like easy to cut probably. The new product tags are already on their way, which is amazing because I ordered them at like 10:30 yesterday. Vistaprint, I think, basically printed them overnight, and the shipping label says that they were shipped today, so that was a super fast turnaround time. I'm impressed. These bags are adorable, especially these ones with the itty bitty little bunnies on them. This is actually a navy background. My light's very yellow right now, but I need the extra light on my clipping desk, especially right now because it's obviously so dark outside. So yeah, I'll get these clipped. But otherwise, I finished Greywaren by Maggie Stiefvater earlier today, which is the third in the trilogy for the Dreamer trilogy, a follow-up to the Raven Boy Quartet. And my goodness, like, this series was so good. Like, The Raven Boys Quartet was friggin' amazing as well. But like this series gave me shivers again. The first series did as well. Now I'm really hoping that she does like a follow-up sequel with the other couple of characters that were in the Raven Boy Quartet, because it sounded like there's, I don't know, there were mentions that would lead to a potential for sequel for them too, so that would be super exciting. Now I'm listening to The Last Tale of the Flower Bride by Roshani Chokshi. There we go. Which I've read some of her, or listened to both actually, her YA, and it's been amazing. And this is actually one of her adult novels, and it is also already shiver-inducing. I'm not even half of the way through it yet, because I just started it today. And yeah, it's so good. Okay, so this one doesn't actually need a zipper pull. I'm just going to trim the threads since it's already sitting here, so we may as well go in and clip the ribbon into it as well, since, you know, may as well. Actually, no, I'm just going to throw it in the box. So that's 53 in the box. Like that. So if this is the first time joining the stream, I'm currently prepping for Knit City, which is my biggest event of the year so far. It's in Vancouver, September 22nd to 24th, with the marketplace being September 23rd and 24th, down at the Peony Forum grounds. They've got a bunch of the things happening, events, workshops, and like keynote lecture and all of that happening. This year they do not have timed entries, so it will be, they have weekend passes and day passes, so come on down whenever you can. You can purchase your tickets online as well. And then, what else is happening? Oh yeah, and then this is a big wholesale stock up for Paula Baaad Anna's as well. She's just down the street from the Peony Forum actually, on Hastings. And so it just works out to have a big order ready for her as well. Although those calendar dates are getting closer and closer and closer, and I'm just like, woof. The crunch was on last week, but it's really on right now, so I'm like, I didn't get much done today, but I realized, no, I did actually decently, because I got grime guards and cake cozies done, as well as all the top stitching on like 95% of the handles and all these bags as well, so that's good. Realistically, my small box bag stock could use a boost, but I don't think that's going to happen. We'll end up with more Kato bags instead, which is fine, and then I'll work on small box bags after Knit City. So at least I have a direction for after Knit City, because usually I crash and burn and I'm like, what do I do now? And now I have, nope, I know what I'm doing. So there's a couple of projects actually to do after Knit City right now, which is good. Yeah, I went for a half-hour run. It's supposed to be 45-minute runs, but we didn't run this morning, and I was just kind of like, no, I need to at least get a half-hour in. Well, that's all the treadmill will let me set up a customized interval for, so that's what I did instead. I was like, this is better than nothing at least. And then, yeah, it's just been a busy day. It's gonna be another busy week. Okay, so we got red, 1, 2, 2 black, 2, 3 red, 4 black, 5 black, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4 red, 5 red, and it looks like 8 black to install zipper pulls on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright. one zipper pull here, so I'll go grab 7 more black and 1, 4, 5 red. Okay, 7 black, 5 red. 7 black, 5 red. Much like the clips, I love the sound of the like zipper pulls together. It's just a happy sound. Alright, so we got our red and our black, and then I'm just gonna move my jig over so that I can attach it to my table and you can actually watch me install the zipper pulls. So these zipper pulls are a little bit different from the zipper pulls you get on the normal like store-bought zippers. A little bit more of a donut shape. I figured that they might. Okay, my thought process was they should be a little bit easier to grasp, I'm hoping, making the bags a little bit more accessible. It's definitely a lot easier to add a zipper pull to them. So if nothing else, sorry, I'm just trying to get it here so that you can actually see what the zipper pull looks like. So if nothing else, I figured it's a lot easier to add an actual zipper pull onto that, and then onto the little like the ones that are put on the store zippers. Not that these aren't store zippers, it's just that I got this from, like, ordered from YKK directly, so. Alright, sometimes this does take a little bit of fiddling, but basically, you go in, hopefully I've installed the zippers correctly, and then just kind of shove it on. Maybe what I'll do is I'll move the phone over a little bit so that you can actually see this once I get this one installed. Okay. Oops. Of course. Okay. There we go. So there's one of the zippers installed. It does take a little bit of practice, but once you get it, it's a fairly easy situation. Alright, I'm gonna bend you down here so that you can see the zipper jig a little bit easier. I'm sorry that my phone is like freezing so much. Alright, and the kiddos are down, so I am actually going to take a little bit of a break, and I will be back. I'll be back tonight, I think, probably around 10:30.